Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to be needing these tools for this basic bodice block. So I'm just going to set my tools apart and use 0.5 inches to make my starting point, which is going to be my shoulder line. So when I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and take my body measurement from my shoulder to my bust point, and from bust point I remove 0.5 inches to make my shoulder line or armhole line. So I went into my under bust and then to my waist and then to my upper hip and then to my hip itself. So I did the same on the other side and then draw straight on it. So when I'm done, I'm just going to take my nipple to nipple measurement and divide it by 2. But first, I want to label this first. So I take this as my shoulder. So the next thing I'm going to do is my nipple to nipple, which is 7. I divided it by 2. And then it gives me 3.5 inches. So I'm just going to take 3.5 inches and stop at my upper hip there. So from my waist, I'm just going to take 0.5 inches from left to right and then make my dot line there. So you can see that I just stopped at my bust point. So the next thing is to calculate my round body measurement and divide it by 4 without allowance. So I put my waist to my waist and my bust to my bust and hip to hip, and then use my curve to make the line out. So the next thing I'm going to do is my shoulder line. I'm just going to put my shoulder line there at my shoulder and then put it down at my armhole line and draw a straight line. So I'm just going to take 1 inches down from there and then divide the rest by 2 inches. You can actually take 1.5 inches depending on you. So I just take 1 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my 3 depth and 3 width neckline. It's a basic. So that was what I'm just going to use my curve and bring out and then draw a straight line to make my 1 inches. So from here I take 3/4 of an inch inside so that I'll bring my armhole out. So I'm just double checking if I am correct. So that was what I just did there, and use my curve to bring out the rest. That's more like it. So what we just do now is go to my back, go to my from my armhole to my underbust, divide it by 2 and then make a straight line connecting it to my bust point line. I want to make a dot there, which is bust dot. So I took 0.5 on each side and then went ahead to label it center front and then cut twice and then treat myself to a notch. So I go to the back and take 1 inches for my zip allowance. So I took it from up to my upper hip. You can also take it to the down lower hip, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my start measurement, which is that same 3.5 I used at the front side there. I'm just going to put it at the back. So, and at my waist I will take 0.5 inches to the right and to the left, and then that's just what I did. So the next thing I'm just going to do is my body measurement, just as I put at the front side. I'm just going to divide it by 4 again and put it at the back side. So that's basically what I did. So this pattern is without a sewing allowance. So that's just it. It's the basic pattern actually. So on my neckline, I'm just going to take 3 inches by 1 inches depth. So, and then I'm just going to make a curved line. That's the basics for the back as well. So my shoulder line, which is 8 inches, I'm just going to put it at the shoulder and put it at the armhole line as well, and draw a straight line just as I did at the front side. So to make the job easy, I'll just bring this line straight here and then come in by 0.5 this time around, and then 1 inches again. It depends on you, some 0.5, some 1 inches, so it just depends on what you use at the front. So me, I'm just using this, and then I will just use my curve to do that. And on my waist, I took 3/4 of an inch inside to get the waist snatch method. So that's just what I did, and I drew it. So I'm just going to be cutting through there, and then I'm going to be writing on my pattern and then treat myself to another notches. So that's basically. So you can see that on my front side I did the bust that 1 inches. So for it not to affect my back, I'm just going to take that same 1 inches off like that and draw a slant line there, so that when I'm sewing and I already picked my bust, that it will be the same thing with my back. So from there, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut like that. So basically I'm cutting that waist snatch I did at the zip side because our body is not straight, so we need something to adapt and fit perfectly. So I cut the neck and then just treat myself to some cutting, bringing my pattern out. So voila, your pattern is done. So I made a copy for myself so that in case I want to use it for another pattern, please like, share, comment, and then I'll see you in the next video where I'm making the sleeve part. Thanks for watching.